Good morning, friends and students. So, first of all, I would like to thank everyone for your outstanding support to watch the videos, and I'm very thankful to everyone because I've received so many responses from different countries, and different students are sending remarks that these words are surely going to add up to their vocabulary. And if somebody is preparing for any competitive exam, I'm sure that these words will be in your favor, because if you know these words, it will not be hard for you to understand the unseen passages, reciprocate to the questions, or counter to the questions, especially in interviews. Some of the students from the state of Bihar, Mizoram, and Meghalaya and Assam sent me messages in the morning, and they are absolutely happy to learn new words. So I'm equally happy to support students who are not able to manage the burden of expenses, because when it's come to the training of GMAT or on Ielts training, it's a fairly expensive exercise. So not all the students can afford it, but certainly I'm trying my level best to support each and every student from different corners of India and abroad, and let's see how it literally goes, because today is my third session for the vocabulary, and I really appreciate if a student is following my channel from the very first session. Do watch all the videos and please try to subscribe and like, because if you will subscribe and like, it will help others to also view this channel. And let's try to start off and learn new vocabulary words today. So I'm going to start with vocabulary number 3 today. It's a fairly difficult vocabulary, but I'll be using some words today which are very well used in different journals and different magazines. And if you're following some newspapers, if you know the usage of these words and the clear understanding of the words is going to make a difference in your real life. Let's start. So the first word which I'm going to discuss today is abstruse. Abstruse means something which is difficult to understand. For example, if you don't like classical novels, some classical novels are very abstruse to understand. For some students, mathematics or science as a subject might be quite hard, because if you do not attend all the classes, if you do not read through the books in the proper format, so those subjects can also become abstruse. So anything which is difficult to understand is an abstruse subject for us. Okay. Let's move on to the second word. Second word is accentuate. Accentuate is a very special word because this word means make more noticeable. Let's say there are 10 people walking on the road, and I'm equally assuming the fact that you are good in terms of observation. So if you're good in terms of observation, you will observe the 10 people in one go with just a glance. But after the glance, there might be one of them who is more noticeable in comparison to the other 9 people who are standing or who are walking on the road. Why? Because that person, either he is very well dressed, or he is showcasing his jewelry, or he has some outstanding way of wearing some special attires which are catching your real attention. So if somebody is wearing some western clothes, somebody is dressed up in a very different or unique manner, or somebody has some kind of mark on the face, like somebody draws the Indian flag or the name of someone, or somebody has some kind of different attires again, so it's easy to accentuate, easy to point out the person in public. So accentuate means make more noticeable. The third word is acclaim. Acclaim means if you praise someone in a very enthusiastic manner. Nobody is forcing you to praise that particular person or that particular restaurant or that particular hotel. But if you like the services, if you think that absolutely flawless services and you made my day today, it happens to us. Sometimes we go for shopping at a mall and the shopkeeper gives outstanding services. So what we do? In return, we equally reciprocate the love and affection by telling our friends, so if you need to go for shopping, please go and visit that particular shop, because it is providing an outstanding services. So what is going on? In reality, you are acclaiming the services which are provided to you. You are appreciating the services from the core of your heart. Okay. Let's proceed. The fourth word is accolade. This word is a very special word because it means the rewards for excellence. So if you win a competition, so it's not easy to even participate in a competition these days because all the students need to work hard in order to participate in the extracurricular activities. But if you outperform others, or if you are an outstanding performer, you will be able to win a prize based on your performance. And if you're able to win a prize based on your hard work and your performance, that prize is an accolade for you. So we can form a sentence in this way. I won many accolades in my academic career. Let's proceed on to the fifth word. Fifth word today is acumen. We have already discussed about this word in different phrases in the first two lectures. So acumen is the quick decision making ability. In the last lecture I have done one word, maverick. Maverick means when you are absolutely independent and you are able to make your own decision. So it is possible to become a maverick person if you have an outstanding acumen. For example, if you need to purchase a new car, if you really know the functions of the new car and you know what kind of functions you are literally looking at, you will be able to purchase the car of your choice based on your own acumen. So you're not dependent on others to tell you the functions. In that particular way, you will be able to make your own decisions. So if you have an outstanding acumen, you will be able to make your decisions in a very good fashion. Let's proceed. Sixth word is addendum. So this is a legal word. Addendum is typically an addition to an existing piece of paper or an existing contract. For example, if you're an employee of an organization and your salary is 35,000 US dollars. So if you work hard for 1 year or 2 years, your salary is going to increase. And if your salary increases to 50,000 US dollars. So the organization is not going to issue an absolutely new contract. The organization is going to issue a revised addendum. And if they will issue a revised addendum, it means that based on the earlier contract, they are going to issue a simple paper and they will simply illustrate based on the existing contract the revised salaries as follows. And it will show 50,000. Earlier you were drawing 35, now you are drawing 50. So that particular piece of paper, which is an addition to the existing contract, is an addendum. Seventh word is adhere. Adhere is an easy word. Many students already know this word. Adhere means to strictly follow. So there are many things which we need to adhere in our life. For example, we should adhere to the traffic rules and regulations. And if we do not adhere to the traffic rules and regulations, we are subject to fines. Next word is adjourn. Adjourn is again a legal word. Adjourn is typically used to postpone a meeting or to postpone the decision of something. For example, the court is adjourned for today. It means that they are going to take the decision, but they might take more time in order to decide on the legal case. So the judge or the president many times adjourn the case. The ninth word, I'm writing it here. Ninth is adjure. Adjure means to urge someone. Let's say you have a younger sibling and both of you want to go for a movie. So you will adjure your younger sibling, let's go for a movie today. It means to urge someone. It is easy to urge someone whom you know personally, but if you urge a stranger, it might be very difficult to adjure a stranger to convince on any point. Next is add-on, adjure. Again, add-on. A-D-O-R-N. Add-on means to make more attractive or beautiful. So if you decorate your room with beautiful paintings, You adorn your. Okay. Let's try to do a quick recap of the first 10 words which we learned today. Abstruse means something difficult to understand. Anything which is complicated is an abstruse subject. Accentuate, something which is easily noticeable. So if you watch someone who is absolutely beautiful, and if somebody is wearing some western clothes, it is easy to accentuate that person in the normal public. Acclaim is to praise someone in a very enthusiastic manner. So if you like the food of a particular restaurant, you can acclaim that particular restaurant. Accolades are the rewards of excellence. So if you have won an accolade, it means you have won an accolade based on your performance. Adjure is to urge someone. So if you want to go for a picnic, you will adjure your friends to go for a picnic. Acumen is the inherent ability. So if you have an inherent ability to do something outstanding, you can say, I have an acumen towards XYZ. Addendum is an existing contract. So if you have an existing contract and if there is an addition to that particular contract, so that addition is called an addendum. Adhere is to strictly follow. So we should adhere to the traffic rules and regulations. Adjourn means to postpone a decision. Adorn means to make more beautiful. So we are done with the first 10 words. Let's proceed on to the next set of 10 words. Okay, so let's proceed on to the next set of 10 words. The 11th word is adrift. Adrift means when we are heading towards something without any kind of control. So if you need to go to your examination hall and on the way you saw someone playing cricket. So if you're heading for the playground and you're missing your exam, so in real life, you're adrifting from your academic career. Let's move on to the 12th word. 12th word is advent. Advent is a new beginning. So with the advent of internet, there are so many things that literally changed in our lives. Anything which has a new beginning, which has a wider impact. 13th word is adverse. Adverse is something which is harmful. So if you are taking some medicine and in case that medicine is not good for you, so it might have some adverse impact or adverse effects on your body. 14th word is affiliate. For example, if you are running your business and if you have connected to some other organizations for some kind of work which you are dependent on them, or if you're providing services to some other organizations, so in that particular way your organization will affiliate with some other organizations. It means an official understanding, an official partnership with any other organization. 15th word is affront. Affront is a very special word. Affront means to offend someone. So if you say something bad to others, if you ask a scientist, do you understand science? What will happen? The scientist will be affronted because he will not believe somebody is asking me that particular question and I'm a scientist by profession. Why someone is asking me that particular question, which has no meaning at all. Okay. Let's proceed to the 16th word. 16th word is affinity. So affinity is a very special word. We all know the meaning of relationships. So with different relations, we have a different kind of relationship. In the same way, if that relationship continues for a certain period of time, that relationship becomes a close-knit affinity. It's a very close relationship. We can say, I have a close affinity with my friend. 17th word is aggravate. Aggravate means to make situation worse. So if you're going to spoil the situation by saying something which is disturbing the environment, which is changing the entire ambience, in that particular way, the situation is highly aggravated. Sometimes it happens the lawyer is producing some arguments and because the other counterpart equally asks some questions, and because of the confrontation, the entire situation is highly aggravated. Next word is epitome. Epitome means symbol. It's an easy word, very easy to use, and you will score high marks or high bands if you use this word. Epitome means the symbol. For example, Mother Teresa was an epitome of love and affection. Next word is annihilation. Very special word. Annihilation means mass-scale destruction. Wars cause mass-scale annihilation. Earthquakes cause mass-scale annihilation. So any kind of thing which is impacting the wider audiences and it is causing mass-scale destruction, it is mass-scale annihilation. 20th word is belligerent. Belligerent means cruel. So if somebody is not friendly, somebody is not benevolent, in that particular way somebody is trying to harm others, somebody is trying to incite more violence, then in that particular way we can say he is highly belligerent. Okay, let's try to quickly revise and recap the words from 11 to 20. Adrift means when you are moving towards a direction with an aim, but you go the other way and you adrift from your main goal. Advent is a new beginning. Adverse is something which is absolutely harmful. So medicines can have a harmful impact. Affiliate, when you organize relationship with other companies to provide services or to gain services from others. So we affiliate with other companies or associations. Affront is to say something bad to someone and that person does not believe, and it becomes highly abhorrent for the other person to understand why the person is asking me this particular question. Affinity, again, it is a close relationship, but this is a higher degree of a relationship. So if you're maintaining a good and healthy relationship with someone for a particular amount of time, you are going to develop that relationship from a normal relationship to a close affinity. Aggravate is to make the situation worse. By asking the wrong questions at the wrong point of time, it can stifle creativity and thus it can aggravate the situation. Epitome means the symbol. So you can say my parents are an epitome of love and affection. Annihilation, we have discussed about wars. We can also say natural disasters cause mass-scale annihilations. Belligerent is someone who is absolutely cruel. So if you don't like someone, if you hate some politicians, you can also say the actions of the politicians are highly belligerent and it might incite violence in public. Let's proceed on to the last set of 5 words. Very special word in terms of organizational motives, and paradigm means a structure. So if you are forming an organization, if you are working in an organization, if the organization is working on the principles which are very good, so the paradigm of the organization is outstanding. And if the paradigm of the hierarchy of the organization or the values on which they work on, if it is absolutely robust, they are going to accelerate, they are going to show a great potential in terms of economic growth, in terms of revenues. So it will automatically show a vertical curve. So let's proceed. 22nd word is meritocracy. Meritocracy means placing the right people strictly according to their merit. It's not the basis of recommendation that a minister's son has to be placed somewhere. No. It is just based on the merit or the real performance of someone. So if somebody is outstanding in terms of physique, that person can be absolutely marvelous if that person goes to defense, police services or other services. If a person is absolutely a good fluent speaker, it is good for that person to represent an organization in corporate communications. If somebody is very good in science, the person can become a doctor or a scientist. So if a person works strictly according to his acumen, it means that meritocracy is actually implemented. So all the developed countries are able to drive meritocracy in the right way. But in reality, if we are discussing about developing and underdeveloped countries, because of the lack of resources, governance, leadership, and multiple other factors, or due to the prevalence of plethora of social evils, meritocracy is never practiced in reality. 23rd word is quantitative. Something which can be counted is highly quantitative. For example, we can count the number of cars we possess. So if you have 2 cars, I can count the number of cars. If you have 10 houses, I can count the number of 10 houses that you possess. So anything which is counted is quantitative. The next word is quite similar to this word, but it has a different meaning. Qualitative. Qualitative is something which cannot be counted. So I don't know how happy or how sad you are today. It's not possible to calculate that in terms of percentage. So all the things which are not counted are qualitative. Moving on to the 25th word. 25th word is censure. Censure means to criticize someone. And if you criticize someone in written, it is censure. For example, if you complain against the working of some department, so you censure them. Or you might recommend them to work in a different direction or to make some certain improvements in their work. So in that way you censure and you give your candor opinion. Let's try to recap. Paradigm is a structure. So if the company's or the organizational paradigm is robust, you will be able to make great success. Meritocracy, all the developed countries are able to drive meritocracy, and this is the secret of the success. Quantitative, qualitative. Quantitative we can count, qualitative we cannot count. So according to a quantitative and qualitative survey, the hypothesis revealed that the investment on this project might be highly productive. Censure means to criticize someone. So if you censure the working of the government, so you censure the working of the government on some particular grounds. And if you are absolutely sure that there are certain flaws in the complete process, you are free to censure the working, and whatever actions you take by writing a letter, by telling them about the areas of improvement, so in that way you censure the working of that particular department. So today we are at the end of the vocabulary session 3. I hope that these words will be highly productive and they will add on to your vocabulary sessions, and you will continue to enjoy the vocabulary by using these words in your real communication skills. So I really appreciate if everyone will start reading newspaper on a regular basis, and at the same point of time, if you start the real implementation of these words, your level in the language is surely going to increase. So I'm just going to rub these words now. So thank you so much for attending the session. Do watch this video today, and I really appreciate if you tend to follow the words, try to use these words, and let's continue in a very stringent manner. Thank you so much, and I wish all my viewers a happy day ahead. Thank you so much.